irrigation and water pump control system. And then you are going to have like two motors. One is to the field where you are going to fill the water to the field there, and the other is to the water tank. From the ground level you are going to fill to the water tank. So these two motors are used, one for the plant irrigation and one for the water tank pumping to the water. This is the power supply unit and the control board. This is the main motherboard interfacing unit both to the water pump and to the sensors. These are the sensor related board through which the sensors, when they give the input, read out the input and give the approximate information to the controller, and based on the controller, the control unit like the switches, using these switches like relay and drag, you are going to control the water pump. So this is the power supply. As we on the kit, initially the red color LED indicates the power supply unit to the controller, indicating that 5 volts are sending to the microcontroller. And as you on the power supply, there are two LEDs which blink for 2 times for giving 1 millisecond delay, once on, 1 millisecond delay off, again 1 millisecond delay on. So this indicates that the power supply is flowing to the entire input and output devices that are interfaced to the control unit. So now we are going to learn about the power supply unit. So here, for the microcontroller that we use here, requires a 5 volts DC power supply voltage. So as our main supply is 230 volts AC, now the conversion from the 230 volts AC to a 5 volts DC, this is the entire power supply unit. We follow the entire procedure. Initially, from the main supply, you are going to get like 230 volts AC. So from 230 volts AC, you are going to using a step down voltage transformer. You are going to step down a voltage from 230 volts AC to 12 volts AC. So from 12 volts AC, we are going to give as an input to the bridge rectifier. Here we are going to use bridge rectifier IC as DB107, which converts AC to pulsated DC output. Here, after 230 volts AC, the output of the regulator is 230 volts, 12 volts pulsated DC output voltage. And in order to remove the AC component in the pulsated output, we are using capacitor filter. Here we are going to use a 1000 microfarad capacitor for filtering the AC component from the pulsated DC output. And after the capacitor filter, we get the output voltage of constant DC voltage, output voltage of DC. So as you require a constant 5 volts output voltage of DC, we are going to use a voltage regulator to provide a constant voltage. Here, this is the 7805 regulator. This is the 7805 regulator which provides a constant 5 volts output voltage, and this output voltage again flows to 100 microfarads of capacitor, which is again used in order to remove any kind of ripples of AC components output of the regulator, and then sends to the microcontroller. Before going to the microcontroller, we are having an LED indicator which gives information regarding the output voltage as power supply has been given to the controller. This is a crystal oscillator which generates a 20 megahertz of frequency to the microcontroller unit, and here we are going to have the input as the soil moisture sensor, nothing but the water level sensor. Here this is the soil moisture sensor unit board. Here one moisture sensor is indicated at the field where the plants are indicated. Okay, so this is the input at the plant, and this is the other input of soil moisture sensor at the water tank. And to the two interfacing units, we are going to have one for the motor and other for the water pump. So these are the 4 inputs: 1, 2, 3, 4. Level 1, level 2, level 1, level 2. So these are one for the water tank and one for the plant irrigation field. So this is LM324 soil moisture sensor. Here we are going to have 4 inputs as 4 sensors, and these inputs are commonly given directly to the microcontroller unit. So from the sensors, when you get the indication, it gives a feedback through these wires to the microcontroller unit. So now, as I remove the 2 sensors from the water, the 2 motors get on here. One is which is at the field, the other which is at the water pump. So when I place one sensor into the field or into the water, to the first level, the water is nothing but continuously on the motor, and as I fill completely the second sensor inside the water, the first motor gets on, off. The first motor gets off here. The red light LED makes indication that the motor has been off. Okay. So next, this is your water tank, which is the other sensor which is fixed to the water tank. As I dip into the water at the second level, automatically the second motor also gets off, confirming the other LED also in blinking also gets off. So as I remove these two sensors out of the water, the two LEDs make on, making an indication that water pumps are also under on state.